In the Heights was directed by John M. Chu, of the director of Crazy Rich Asians. And it stars Anthony Ramos, Corey Hawkins, Leslie Grace, and Melissa Barrera. And this movie is based off of the Broadway musical created by Lin-Manuel Miranda before he did Hamilton. So let's talk about this movie. In this movie, the movie takes place in Washington Heights, New York, where we meet our main character, Usanavi, played by Anthony Ramos, who lives with his community, and he has hopes and dreams. And he's trying to fall in love with this girl named Vanessa, played by Melissa Barrera. And this movie's also about singing and dancing, and it's also about hopes and dreams that everyone in Washington Heights, New York has. And now we got our movie. And I gotta tell you, In the Heights, I was really looking forward to seeing this movie because after watching the trailer for this movie, I gotta tell you, this movie is awesome. This is a great and beautifully directed movie. I gotta tell you, I love In the Heights. This is a great movie. Because after watching the trailer for this movie, when I was watching the trailer for this movie, I was thinking, I might check this movie out. But then when I went back to the movies, so me and my two best friends, we went back to we me and my two best friends, we went to the movies yesterday to see In the Heights. When we went inside the theater, we had the whole entire theater to ourselves, so we were good. When we walked out of the movie theater, we said this movie was awesome. I was like, I gotta tell you, this movie was freaking cool because of all the music and the singing and the rapping and all the dancing, including this entire movie is really nice. I really enjoyed this movie. So let's talk about the actors and the characters. So let's start off with Anthony Ramos as Usanavi, who's really good in this movie. I gotta tell you, Anthony Ramos is a great singer he's a great singer and a rapper mostly in this movie. And he's mostly a good singer and a rapper and a dancer in this movie. He gives a great performance in this movie, and he did good. And also here is Corey Hawkins as Benny. He's really good in this movie. He's really good at singing. His performance is amazing as well. And here we have here is Leslie Grace. Leslie Grace as Nina. She's really good in this movie as well. I liked her singing. I liked her performance. And also she has a story that I am not going to tell you. You gotta watch the movie. And also last but not least, here is Melissa Barrera, who plays Vanessa, who's also really good in this movie. I liked her singing, and I liked her singing. She's actually a really good singer in this movie, and everyone else in this movie is really good at singing and dancing and rapping or whatever it is. They did a great job in this movie. Everyone else is also good, so that's enough for the actors and the characters. So that's about it. So, what else I enjoy about this movie? What else I enjoy about what else I enjoy about this movie? This movie has a great message. This movie has an incredible message about. This movie has an incredible message about hopes and dreams. The movie also tells you about how many people who live in Washington Heights, New York, in this movie, and also, I think that's about it. And about so what else I enjoy about this movie? And I kept on. I gotta tell y'all, I kept on listening to the song "In the Heights" from the soundtrack over and over and over, because I was like, so when I kept on listening, like the song "In the Heights," in the heights, in the heights, I hang my flag up on display. So, yep, that's the song. So, in the soundtrack, I kept on listening to the soundtrack after watching this movie, and I was like, I loved all the songs. I think John M. Chu actually was the right director of this movie because he did, like I said, he directed Crazy Rich Asians, but with this movie, he did a great job capturing the Broadway musical and turning this into a movie. And I think he did a good job and I think I like the cinematography of the screenshots of Washington Heights, New York, because I think this might be one of his best movies I've seen this year. He did a great job with with this film. And what else I enjoy about this movie, everybody in this movie is also really everyone else in this movie is really good in this movie, like with all the singing, the rapping, and the dancing. Oh my God, I loved it. It was really, really nice to see everybody singing and dancing, not just one person, not just this person or that person, just everybody in this movie was on board for this, was actually on the board for this musical. So Lin-Manuel Miranda, and speaking of Usanavi, Lin-Manuel Miranda, who also played the original, I actually heard he played the original Usanavi in the original Broadway musical of In the Heights. This was before he did Hamilton. That's actually on Disney Plus. And I gotta tell you, one of my sisters is a huge fan of Hamilton. She knows all the songs, she knows all the music, she knows the rap of she knows most of the raps, and she knows most of the characters, and that's why she watched the entire musical on Disney Plus. I only watched a little bit of Hamilton, which I'm still trying to. I was like, yeah, I'm still trying to get used to Hamilton a little bit more, which I'm still trying to get into it a little bit. So I think that's about mostly it for this movie. And I gotta tell you, this movie was beautifully directed. I love this movie so much. And I love how this movie actually takes the songs from the musical and put it into this movie. But I don't know nothing about, I never heard of this In the Heights Broadway musical. Never. But I will have to probably watch the musical and be like, you know what? I think they did a good job making this into a Broadway musical, into a movie. And I actually love the movie the most, because I know this movie is like 2 hours. This movie is like 2 hours long. This is like 2 hour long. This movie is like 2 hours and like 20 something minutes. And I was like, gee, this movie is like 2 hours and 20 minutes long. 20 something minutes long. That's crazy. But I'm just saying, I think that's it for this movie review. There's nothing much to say about In the Heights, and I love the musical of this movie. So I think that's all I gotta say for this movie review for In the Heights. So I think that's about it. So be sure to like, subscribe, press notification button, follow me on Instagram, and comment down below, and I'll see you on my next video. Thank you for watching.